Salut coders, this is Pisky here. Welcome back to our channel. Warm greetings to those who are joining us for the first time. And this tutorial is our first part of building our microservice, which is music service. And in this tutorial, we are going to use a graphical database, and we are going to use Neo4j. As you can see on this, we have this graph, which is a graphical database. So we are going to store our user as nodes, and they are going to have relationship. So this way it's much better as compared to MySQL and the query that we write using Neo4j, and we are going to use the Cypher queries. They are much simpler, they are much faster, especially when we have a lot of relationship. And with this relationship, it's easier to get the details of other users. So we are going to use a collaborative filtering. So to see if this user follows this artist, it's easier to look for other users like user 3 who are following this artist, and we can get music of this artist, which is user 3, whereby this user is not following this artist. The way it was designed, and it's easier, and it's open source, and the Cypher query language, it's easier also to understand. I know you are not familiar with these Cypher queries, and you do want to understand more about Cypher queries, you can go to Neo4j documentation. So there are so many advantages of using Neo4j. So you can visit Neo4j and you can go to the documentation so you can learn more about Cypher queries. And also, yeah, as you can see, you can use Neo4j for prediction, for based on your data. This data that we have, it's easier to predict what's going next, because of you have the relationship of this user. As you can see, this user, if I select user 1, if I do this, I can see all the music which was, let me do this. So as you can see, this user has posted this comment, and this comment was posted for this song, and this song is for this artist, which is this artist 1. And also you can see the relationship between this song, and you can see this song is in this playlist. You can see the same song is in this playlist. You can see this song is in this playlist. So if we further do go this, so far there are other songs which are in this playlist, which is this song, and this song was created by this artist, which is artist 5, who created this song also. And I just put it in the same playlist. So we can have a relationship between these artists, so that this artist and artist 5, we can have relationships like these artists work together. So we can use this artist to recommend a song to this user. You can recommend a song for this artist. It's another way of collaborative filtering. And also, as I told you, this user, you can see, follows this artist 1, and also this artist 1 is being followed by this user, which is you can see this artist 1 is also followed by user 3 and user 2, but user 2 is also following artist 3. So I can recommend songs like recommend songs for artist 1. I can recommend songs for artist 3. If I do this, you can see these songs. I can recommend these songs to the user 1. So that's why I said we can use this collaborative filtering. And these songs are also in this genre, which is a dancehall, and it was released in 2023. So this information are necessary, and our graph will grow big and bigger, and we can have many relationships, and we can have many comments for these songs. And using Cypher query, it's easier to retrieve these details using Cypher query. So in future tutorials for each song, we can, when someone adds a comment, we can analyze the comment. Is it good or is it bad? If it's good, we can recommend our user to that to that artist. If the user does not follow that artist, we can recommend songs for that artist in future, so that we can easily recommend songs to our artists. So it shows that in future, or he has an interest to those to that artist by commenting to the songs or to the albums. And also our user is going to create playlist, is going to create a playlist, and like this one, and each playlist contains music. So we are going to I'm going to show you how we can do this in Spring Boot. So let's get started. So if you go to Neo4j, you can also install Neo4j on your computer, and you can also come here and you can install an account. You can get started for free, and you can create your own account here, which is an Aura. There's a free account, and you can continue sign up with the Neo4j account. You can continue, or you can use Docker. So for Docker, to set up using a Docker, for me, I'm following this is Spring Boot introduction. So this is how we set up. We have to add this dependency on our project, on our Spring Boot project. Just copy this dependency, and let's go to the POM file. I have added this cipher query. If you run these scripts one by one, you can generate a diagram like this. So you can run this cipher query and you can generate this diagram. It already have this data. So yeah, I'm going to follow this data relationships and models of this data, so that we can come up with the similar graph. So after I run these queries, you can see I created the query. This is how you write cipher queries when you want to create a new node, when you want to add a relationship. Here you can see here I'm now adding relationships, and even here I was adding a relationship, assigning this user to an artist. So is an artist. This is how add relationships, so you understand better when we are going through together. So what I can do next, after adding the dependents, let's go here. So the command to run a Docker is this one. So you have to run this version of Neo4j. Neo4j5, we are using the latest version, Neo4j5. And for auth, you just say Neo4j auth, the username that you want to use, / the secret key. So this is the command to run Neo4j on your Docker. I will put it in the description. Currently, I'm running on the Docker. As you can see, that's why you can see I'm on localhost. So it's running on the Docker. Then we need to add this for connection. So we want to connect to a Neo4j database. So to connect to a Neo4j database, you have to add these configurations. So let's just copy. I'll just do this and go. Let's go to our configuration repo. In our music service, open music service, paste this, and you want to do this. So these are going to be the configuration of our Neo4j database connection. By adding this, we are okay, and let's commit. I'll just say add Neo4j So let's run the music service. So our music service has started, but for you, Neo4j, you can see it bootstrapping Neo4j repository in a default mode, so everything is okay here. So what you want to do next here, we need to create some models, and we are going to be fast here. We want to create a user model with these details, so let's create a new model, a new package called model. And our first model, it's going to be a user. And here for Neo4j, you just add node. You just say add node. So you, like JPA, you say add entity, but here we are using nodes. So you just say node, and here you just say user. Let's add getter from Lombok, add setter, and also add builder. These are just getter setters. They are from Lombok dependencies, so they are not necessary for a model. So in our model, like always remember, like what you do in when using a JPA is the same. You just say string ID, and you have to specify it ID, and we are taking it. We are using for Neo4j scheme. So make it private. Like this, I can do this. So you can see this is the ID for this user, and also for user, I want to add the name. I want to add date of birth, which is a local date. I want to add a gender. A language. So user have to specify the language which is they speaks. So it helps our algorithm for recommendation also. And we want to add country ISO. So after doing this, we need to add also another one, which is an artist. So far, I'm not implementing any relationships. So let's just copy an artist. New model, artist. Remember, add this and put this here. So let's copy everything that is in here. An artist. If you don't specify the node here, you just take this class name as your node. And these nodes, they are just like labels, as you can see here. If you come here, this one is for user. If you see this blue color, it means it's a user. If you see this one, it's for artist, and you can see for all artists, they are just labels. So you can see here, it's an artist here. If I click this one, it's a user. So this is what we are defining here as a node. Then we have to add a key, private string ID. Remember, we have to add it ID. So the user ID and the artist ID is going to be the same for this. So I'm not going to use generated value for this. So let's leave it like this. And then for an artist has a name. Sorry for these duplications, because when you are filtering, I just want it to be simple, and some of the fields are not necessary though, but it's easier for readability. So an artist is a name. So for artist, I just want to add the ID and the name. This one I'm just adding it for for readability. You can see when I walk you through, but it's not necessary though. We can remove it later when we see our data is now correct. I just added this. So what you can do now, I didn't add the relationship between artist and the user. So if I want to add a relationship between an artist and a user, so in this user, you can see here we have this. As you can see here, I want to add relationship between an artist. Means an artist is a user is an artist. So a user is an artist. This one. So I can just say private. Here I'll just say artist. Then here we add an annotation code at relationship. We can add this annotation code relationship, and in our annotation we just add, you can see I added is this one. So we just say this artist. By doing this, it means this artist, this user, it means this user is an artist. By adding this relationship, I added relationship like this one. This user is an artist. So this is the relationship that I added. So this is how you can add the relationships. By just doing this, you can add a relationship between your user and an artist. So in our artist, I didn't add anything. It's not necessary. I just add one side for a user. So what I can do now, we can also add another, which is a genre. Let's go to our model. Let's create a year. I want to copy this one. Copy. Year. Okay, this one. Year. Let's change year to year. And we have an ID, and here we're going to have a year. So the year who is going to be, and I want to make it as an integer. A year is either the year where we are going to release a song, when the song is going to be released, or when the album was released, or when we are going to release an album, maybe a future date. So if I go here, if I do this, you can see this is the node for a year. So in this one, you can see this song was released in 2023, and also this song was released in 2023. You can see all these are pointing to, now you can understand relationship means a list of songs are released in this year. So another one, it's a genre. So in this genre, we can create a new model. Let's just copy this one here, and let's paste this one, and I can call it genre. And for genre, we have an ID, and this ID, I just want to make it I want you to make it so add generated value, and then in this generated value we need to add this class, a string generator, or you just say generator class. It's just the same. So we want to generate a UUID for this genre. So for our node, it's going to be genre, and we are going to have an ID and a name. Here I'll just say key. This one I put it this for just for testing, when I was testing. So this key, it's going to be this one, and this name is going to be a string. I'm now refactoring this. So we have now we have a genre, we have an artist, and we want to create an album also. So let's create a model for an album. And an album is an ID, which is a UUID, and album is a name and a description. Here I made a mistake on this genre. Here is supposed to be a string, and an album here is supposed to be a string. So I will refactor this one. As you can see, this album here is supposed to be a title. Album is a title, not a name. Or yeah, it's okay, you can just say album name, and here you can just say description. And we are going to have status, we are going to have list of status. So for now I just put status. We are going to have an enum for this, whereby status in draft, premium, all of these things you can work on those. And then here you can see the year. This is now a relationship between the album and an artist and a year. So we are going to do this later. We are going to create this later, these relationships. Let's create another one, which is a song. So let me copy this album, copy. So for a song, it's going to have an ID, a UUID, and it's going to have a description, and it's going to have a name, and name's like a title, and also it's going to have a status and a duration, and I will make it long. This duration is in seconds. Whether it's 1 hour, we can convert it to seconds. And where we are storing this song, a song must have a key, like a storage ID, and the storage type. I think you can remember on our previous video we were talking about storage types like Baninet, and the type of this song. Is it a video? Is it an audio? Is it a podcast? So we are going to have an enum also for this. So right now I'm just creating a dummy so that we can start to work on the relationship soon. And this is a song. So we are assigning a song to an artist and the year it was released. After having a song here, we are putting a song in an album. It's a relationship that we are also doing here. And here we have an artist song. These are relationships. And also let's have a comment. Here I forgot to say song here. Let me copy an artist model. So a user can add a comment to a song or to an album. So we want to have these comments, and here at ID, at generated value and generated class, we want to use this one, which is a UUID. And for a comment, we need the comment text, something the user typed, and we need the date it was created. So this one, it's going to be local date time. Then it's created it, and we want to add updated it. So a user can update the comment, and here boolean to make our application more user friendly to users, edited to just show if the comment has been edited. That's okay. So for the relationship, we can add relationship later. Then this is a user, this user are adding comments, so this is a relationship between users and commenting to a song. You can see we are fetching the song and we are fetching the user who is commenting, and we added a relationship. We need also another module which is for playlist. Okay, we created this, the playlist was created here. So let's just copy here, it's a comment. Let's make sure our node is a comment. Let's copy the comment module and paste, and this one is a playlist. So users will create playlist, and this playlist contains list of songs. So we can just say playlist. A playlist can have UUID, it can have a title. You can provide a title of your playlist and a description. Let me remove this. Yeah, we can put a description. Yeah, I just did something wrong. It's supposed to be a description. So we can have a playlist with a title and a description. So after doing this, we are okay with the playlist module. So these are the common modules that we want to use for our application. We have the user, and we have the artist, and artist is a user, and we have song. So an artist can create a song, and the song can be added into an album, and the user can comment to a song and comment to an album. And also a song is released in a certain year, and it's an artist belongs to a genre, and a song can belongs to a genre. So these are the nodes that we want. So yeah, let's make sure all these nodes are okay. Yeah, user, song, playlist, genre, comment, artist, and an album. So all these classes are converted to nodes. These are the nodes that you are seeing. If I come here and if I click, if I just run this, you can see these are the nodes for an album. These are the nodes and their labels here. So I have created these nodes that you want to use on our application. We can add more nodes as we develop our application. So the next thing right now is to add relationships to our application. Here I will just say private, a list of genre. So this relationship is like, I can say liked genres. Remember, you can add a relationship as previously. So this user likes these genres. So a user can like many genres. So you can like dance, or you can like hip hop, you can like pop music. So this is the relationship between this user can like these genres. So what you can do, we just copy this, and also user can create playlists. So you just say create user created playlist. So user can create different playlists, like a playlist called playlist 1, playlist 2 with different music. Maybe because of you can differentiate by genres. Let's say this playlist I want to add hip hop songs. This playlist I want to add just for your personal preference, and we can use this playlist also to recommend songs for you for other artists that have also same taste of music. And also user can likes an album, likes. So a user can likes many albums, so you just say albums. And here a user can post a comment, let's say comment. So this user posted a comment. So a user can post a comment, and we shall add also relationship of the comment with a song, with a relationship to a song here. Here a user can also follow an artist. I just say follows an artist. So a user can follow an artist, but with the way we want to do here, we want to add a property. If you come here, I come here, let's say go to the follows. Let's go to the follows. As you can see, if I click this follows, you can see this relationship is a date between here. You can see created it when the day when this user follows this artist. So you can add properties to a relationship. But if I click this you don't have any property, just an ID. So it's like you are storing those information like a node. So what I want to do here, I want to create in our module, I want to create a new package, relationship. So I want to create a relationship called follow relationship. Follow relationship. This one is going to be, so if I come here and come to this user and add this follow relationship here, let me import. I must add some annotations here, which is a relationship properties. So these are the properties that you saw there. And at relationship properties, we must add like an ID for that relationship. So for this ID, I will just say like what we did previously. Let me go to genre. We need this. We need an ID for this relationship. So each relationship can also have an ID. And the other thing that we want to do, we need to add we said this user follow an artist. So we just say add artist. This user follow an artist. But here, since when you added this annotation called a relationship properties, we need to add this annotation which is called a target node. It's required. And we need to add private local date time, which is created at. So this is the day when you started to follow this user, and we can add at getters and at setters. So things that you have to remember here, usually it requires a long here. It doesn't require a string. I forgot. So here we must remove this and our ID, make it a long. So remember, for relationship, don't use other generated values that you want. Use a long always here. It requires a long. So if you go to our class, it means now we have a relationship between user and the artist. So this user follows this artist, and a user can create playlists, can. So another module that you want to here, it's like you go to user. We want to copy one of this. I just want to copy this one and go to a genre. So in our genre belongs to, we want to add belongs to genre. We want to add a relationship means belongs. We want this user. We need this, like this song. Like this song belongs to genre. And here it just says songs. And you also need like an artist belongs to this genre. So all the artist belongs to this genre, like this. So we need to add also a relationship for the artist. Here for the artist, we want in our artist, in artist also, let's copy something from this not song right now. Let me copy on the genre. So an artist created songs. An artist created song. An artist can create songs like this. And an artist also belongs to a genre. Here we just say genre. So here we just say an artist belongs to a genre, belongs to a genre, means this artist is for dance, or this artist, sorry, so it's going to be outgoing here. Sorry, as you can see on the diagram, after running this query, as you can see, this artist is it's an outgoing. It's an outgoing. This artist is going to, this artist belongs to this genre. So you can see it's an outgoing. So if it's an outgoing, you can just leave it as it is, or you can just remove by default everything. It's an outgoing here. And an artist created songs, and also an artist created albums. We just say album. You can see this an artist can belongs to an genre, and also an artist can create songs and also can create albums. So let's go to the song. But before I add a relationship between songs, this relationship, which is you can see for this artist, I say an artist can create song, but I want to know which date when this was created, so I can do the same. I just copy the relationship, paste, and I can change this to artist relationship. And here the target, it's going to be a song. It's no longer an artist. The relationship is going to a song. Then control out. Let's just copy artist relationship, and you can go to the artist who created the song. And also I can do the same to know the date when this album was created. I just copy, come here, copy, paste, album. I will change here to album. and I'll come back to the artist created this album. So you can see in this you can add more properties like the date the album was created. If you want to modify like the updated date when something, you can do this here also in the relationship, not in the node actual. So the relationship can contain also properties, and the node can contain also properties. This is something that is amazing with Neo4j. So what you can do also, you can just go to the comment, or we can go to the song. So we can go to a song. So in a song, there are things that you want to do, like we want relationship for an album. Let me delete this. We can also add the relationship here. Just copy this. Let's go to a song. Here I can say yes, comment. This song is a comment. And for incoming, for direction, I can make it an incoming. So it means the comments were created and these comments are for this, it was directed to this. So it means, yeah, I just say comments. So the arrow will be pointing to a song. So it means the comment is pointing to this song. So it means the comment is for this song. So it's pointing to the actual song. So the arrow will be pointing to this song. But if you don't say if it's not incoming, so the arrow will be pointing out of this song. So it's pointing to something. And also we want to add featured artists. So here I just say featured with. So I want to say maybe this song was featured with multiple artists. So also this artist who featured to this song will be pointing to this now. It means this song was featured with 1, 2, 3, 4 artists. So it's like it contains many artists who featured to this. So it's like I was featured with this, and those arrows will be pointing to a song. And also we need a released year. Let me copy. We want to know when the song was released. So here is just a year. This one. And we add released in, it was released in 2023 or 2021 or 2024, it doesn't matter. And also this song belongs to an album, belongs to here we just say album, and we just say album. And for a direction also we just say direction, it's an incoming. So this song belongs to this album. So we are showing an arrow showing that this song belongs to this album. So the album contains this list of songs. So that's the relationship that we are going to have here. So we can also, I also added comments. So on comments we are okay. Let's go to the, so in our comment we want to know the user who commented the song or an album. So we just say private user at relationship type, and I'll just say posted So this is the user who posted a comment, and for the direction, it's an incoming. And also we need to know which song let me do this. And also you want to know the song where the user commented. So we can remove this to outgoing. By default, the arrow will be pointing to the song where it was posted. And also we can also do the same for an album if you want, but I don't think we can comment an album. For now, let's leave it. We want users to comment to the songs, not to albums. So these are the relationship for the comment, and also for the user who posted the comment, and we want to know which song this user posted. And we also, in our user, you can see we can have this posted comment, list of posted comments for the for this. So that's okay here. The next thing, genre, we added playlists. We need to add something, some relationship for playlist here. So for playlist, we want to know the user who created the playlist. Add relationship, we just say created, who created this playlist. And also this playlist can contain songs. So you just say list. So a playlist can contain a list of songs. And another feature that, okay, I can leave this one, it's okay, let's leave this one for now. And what else do we have? We also added comment user here. In here we don't have to add anything. Artist, yes, for an album we need to add some, we need to add this relationship. Let's add a relationship. Like we want to say this song is in this album, so the relationship, it's an incoming, because a song is a song is in album. So that's what we can do here. We just say type and direction, it's incoming. So it means a list of songs are in this album, so the direction will be incoming. So if you, I think you can understand better now, because an album is now a song, so it means it's the direction, it's incoming, because these songs are in this album. So by doing this, I think our modules are now fine. So the next thing that we can do is now to add a repository for each. So let's create a new package called repository. So for repository, let's start with album repository. We just come here and we can just say album Java it's supposed to be an interface. We just say repository, album repository, and it extends Neo4j repository, and this type it's an album because we specify it's a node, and the ID it's a string. So this for other, like when we are using MySQL relationship JPA, you are saying CRUD repository, JPA repository. So for Neo4j, we just say Neo4j repository. So we can just quickly save this thing using like the way you do with the JPA. So let me create repository for other, like an artist. Just paste. Artist, but you remember our ID is a string. That's why the second parameter on this one, it's a string. Let me copy again for a comment. Here we just change here to comment and import the comment from our module. Control-Alt, remove unnecessary import. Genre repository. Let's import and let's remove unnecessary import. Playlist repository. Let's import this. Song repository. User repository. Then year repository. So this is we are going to use this repository to save our data into our database, which is our graphical database Neo4j, and we are using Neo4j repository. So here we can now start, we can go to the new package which is called the service, where we are going to add the implementation of saving details. But for now, this tutorial is very long and I can't complete everything. I think we can meet on another tutorial where we start to implement the user implementation for saving these details, and there we can now understand how we can map this relationship that we add in our repository and with the services. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you are new to this channel, may you kindly subscribe, click the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever I upload new videos. So for now, I can give you a task to go and read the documentation of Neo4j so that you can understand better about Neo4j and you can read all these queries. We are going to use queries or core concept of Neo4j, how you can run these queries. You can go and read about cipher queries so that in the next tutorial you will be on better position. Salut coders.